It's Sunday, the start usually of a new week for me, but this weekend in a slightly different setting on Sunday, we took a long weekend away with myself and Charlotte and the dogs. So we've been away since Thursday evening, and we came to a place called Dilham Hall, the Norfolk Broads. Beautiful little like camping pods. So we stayed in one of those, just in the middle of like a beautiful, tranquil setting, fields, the Broads, rivers. Really, really nice, and just calm, silence, such silence. Nice little hot tub there, nice fire pit. We just had some really good quality time and had some chance to reflect, get my head into a few books and just unwind a little bit and just process all of the madness that's going on at the moment, and just processing some of our challenges, some of our opportunities that are coming up, just where we deploy resource to and what we bump to the front of the queue for what we're fast coming up to our Q3 based on our financial year. So got that management offsite in about a week's time, so just mentally been preparing for that. But yeah, just now spent most of the weekend just on some really nice long walks. We just walked for miles, and I'll overlay on the screen some of the shots that we've got of the place. But yeah, thoroughly recommend it. Dilham Hall Retreats, if you wanted to check it out. Really, really nice place just to come unwind and reset in Norfolk, which is about an hour from where we are. We drove, so it didn't take too long. So yeah, it's been good. It's been positive, and just trying to find the balance at the moment between being so hungry and wanting to aggressively pursue the opportunities that are in front of us, but just not wanting to sacrifice, that quality time with family and those memories, because I just realised how quickly we as individuals grow up and how quickly time passes. I just want to try and find that balance, but also mentally I do think it helps. I'm that person that when I've got a load of things in front of me, I just don't want to stop and just keep going, but having these few days just to unwind, rest and reset is quite powerful for the mind. I feel full of energy and ready to get back this week and hit it hard. So yeah, see what the week's got in store for us.
If you're new here, my name is Taylor Tassie. I'm a business owner here in the UK, and over the last few years I've built a group of businesses approaching 10 million in turnover, involved in the promotional products and print sector, the property development sector and the waste management sector. I employ close to 50 people here in the UK across a couple of different businesses on a couple of different sites. And over the last few years, I've learned a thing or two about what makes a few businesses really tick. And I want to share my journey right here on the YouTube channel to help others on their journey.
Very often asked by some people that are not from our industry, exactly what does Totally Branded do, which is the main sort of trading business here that we've built and that I'm involved in. And I thought we don't often take you behind the scenes enough with actually doing the do and what we actually produce. So Totally Branded is a branded promotional products and uniform provider here in the UK. We're in Norfolk, and our production facility is also based just over the road from our head office. And we effectively take people's corporate branded logos or their messages, creative designs, and we apply them onto tangible promotional products to help them advertise and promote their brand. And that's everything from pens to mugs to polo shirts, gazebos, you name it, we can usually put a logo on it. So what I thought I'd do today is just take you behind the scenes for a little project that's a little bit different, that's passing through our production facility. So we had a phone call earlier this morning for an inquiry that came through. A customer needed some embroidered patches that they wanted to apply onto their own uniforms. So usually we embroider directly onto garments, but we do also offer custom make your own patches. So our design studio got to work on creating the visual proofs. We took the artwork, turned it into an embroidery file. Customer approved it, and before we knew it, the patches were into production with our wonderful embroidery team, and Heather got to work on stitching away. Here's the first one coming off, and before you knew it, she trimmed it, prepped it, and we had the finished patches. Out the door they go, on their way. Just wrapped up our weekly business review with the senior management team. So for anyone who is a regular viewer on the vlog, you will know that we conduct every Tuesday religiously our weekly business review, WBR, which we coined from Amazon. And that is a meeting where all of the heads of department come together with data sets, and we just spend an hour reviewing each core department within the business and looking at the week-on-week data trends through graphs, how that all the input metrics, very granular, are performing. So to give you an example, we review all of the marketing input metrics and outputs, sales department, service department, the production department, the finance department, and the HR of the business. So a few sort of highlights that came out of the WBR this week was that our engagement time on the website was up. So we had nearly a 3-minute engagement time on average for users of the website. Our email response time from our customer service department was almost below 1 hour, which has been a metric we've been trying to get to for a while. And our absenteeism was in a really stable place and has been for about the last 4 weeks across the business, and not this big yo-yo roller coaster up and down, which obviously is an input that really affects our outputs at month end. So really good to track that week on week, and wrapped up a really good positive WBR.
Hey Mitch, what are you up to?
So Sam, I'm just preparing for our fortnightly consultant training sessions. So every single fortnight we do a different session to upskill the team in a different skill that we believe is vital to the role, so that we can try and develop the team but also give the customers a better experience. This week's training session is all around upselling and cross-selling. So it's just allowing the team to understand how we can add value to a customer's order, so that they can make the right decision, but actually also get the most out of their marketing budget as well, by kind of allowing them to see the full range and scope of what we can offer. So yeah, really excited. I really enjoy this part of the role, upskilling the team in some certain skills that make such a difference to the customer's journey, but also the team's confidence.
Had a meeting with Tony, who is our product lead, and Cody, head of production and operations, around really reviewing in another, we started this the prior week, we sort of came back to the drawing board with some more data around reviewing our production facilities stock levels. So we were really auditing our minimum max stock holding, so the minimum quantity that our system will allow us to run down to on a branded mug, pen, whatever, before it triggers a procurement order. So we've got this new metric that we're measuring every day of our demand weighted in stock. So we've built this formula in that's tracking all the orders that come into our production building, our in-house facility. Of the amount of orders that go to them, what percentage of the orders sail straight through onto press without needing to wait for stock to come in from a wholesaler. So obviously we were limited on space, but we want to keep that metric in a nice place to keep the lead times down and keep things flowing. We don't want to be taking work on that we don't have stock in our warehouse for. So we've been looking at that as a metric, and then using that as well as purchasing data and historic trends to determine what stock levels we should have for the next 2 quarters of this year. Good meeting.
We are in a slightly different setting for a midweek after work. We are taking a little moment to do something that I'm not so good at, which is just have a little moment to celebrate a new milestone. So in June we had our highest ever record revenue month for the business in our whole trading history. And yeah, normally, as much as revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, I always get those two mixed up, and cash is king, and I have been victim to not learning that in the past, but I'm coming to grips with it now. It's still important. We're waiting for the final figures on the management accounts, but we're quite confident it'll be a nice profitable month. But regardless, I wanted to bring the team together and just sort of have a little moment, nothing too crazy, just a small barbecue, few drinks, bring all the different departments together from both buildings and home workers, etc. Just invite people to have a small social after work for a few hours, little barbecue. And that's the thing I think people forget is, like, in the past I thought, oh, every time we do a social or something, it needs to be big, we need to spend big money. And when you're going through a high growth phase and cash is tight, that can be difficult. But actually, you know, it said, just know what, we do a small gathering, invite anyone who wants to come along. It's just nice to people let their hair down and recognise that, you know what, regardless, we had a good milestone, had really good progress last month, and a little thank you, small gesture to say thanks for everyone's efforts. And the sun's come out, so yeah, that's what we're doing. We're having a nice little celebration this evening. I'm going to cook, try to, and yeah, just say thanks to the team and bring everyone together. That is what we're doing.
Hey Johnny, what are you up to?
Hey Sam, yeah, we're just putting up some cameras over at Totally Branded, lovely Lilin ones, just for some security for Taylor, for the company, just so that they can, you know, keep an eye on what's going on, for safety and security, so there's no trespassing, keep the site locked down really. Yeah.
Hey Cody, what are you up to?
Hello mate, you alright? At the moment we are just trying to sort out this room which is at our production facility. It's upstairs, so it's not down on the production floor, so normally up here is just a bit of storage area, the break room, some offices, etc. But where our demand is increasing recently, especially with our DTF and transfer department, we've identified that we need some further capacity in terms of pressing. So we have one of our pneumatic heat presses now down in the warehouse, but there's just no space downstairs to store it or to have a setup for it. So we purchased this heavy duty table. We've got this put up this afternoon, and now the plan is to try and get the heat press, the compression and everything else run through, set up, good to go, so that sort of middle of next week we'll be able to again increase our capacity on transfer pressing, reducing our lead times for clients, and that sort of stuff. So not ideal, it's away from the production floor, it means we've got to come upstairs, etc, etc. But it is what it is, needs must, and it's better than nothing.
So we are providing that functionality to the end user.
It's impressive, it's coming on nicely. That element of it is going to be a lot more of a game changer to remove the bottleneck of just getting clogged up with just creating templates all day.
I would say in terms of feature set, it's pretty much complete.
Not enough hours in the day.
Make the flow. Yeah, no hours on the day. I've been working a lot already. So.
Sure. No, I understand that. Okay. We're probably a 2026 on that, aren't we? Fantastic. No, it's looking like it's coming on really well. Really pleased. I'm really pleased to see it. Yeah, it's looking good. I think it's going to be exciting. Yeah. The next steps for them is going to be actually plugging it in, testing it, making sure that it's going to work with our order flow and our API. So then by the time sort of September comes, we're a bit ready. We're more ready to go. Right, green light. Let's get going.
Just finished up with a meeting with the developers over in India, who are working on a quite an exciting new little innovation project that we are trying to build out for our customers on our website. Quite a big piece of work, going to span over quite some time, but we've been working on it for about 8 months or so now, and hoping to get that new tool available by the end of the year. I think, managing my own expectations, in my experience, they're telling me October, but in my own head I'm thinking more like January of next year now, because I know how easy these things are to run over. But nonetheless exciting, so pushing that on, and feel like it's going to be a real game changer for some of our customers on the website, so very good. But that's pretty much it. We're wrapping up another week. It's been good, feel quite good. It has been a shorter week because I wasn't in on Monday, sort of enjoying that long weekend, but yeah, the last 4 days have absolutely flown by. But I feel like it's been productive. It's been quite scheduled, quite booked out. It's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to film this week. It's been a little bit sensitive. Just some stuff that I don't think it would be in the best interest of the business to share just yet, because some things are a bit premature. But
but we've got some really exciting stuff, and I really feel like I'm firmly on the 2026, 2027 projects now, so we really are working on the future, and I'm firmly planting those seeds and working with some banks. I'm working with some private deals. I'm trying to sort some stuff and get all of the stars aligned for what's hopefully going to be quite a big and exciting expansion for Totally Branded. So it's all good, and hopefully we can keep sharing and documenting the journey over the next coming years. So yeah, it's all good. Wrapping up. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, I'd love to hear what you liked or disliked about it. And until next time, goodbye.